All right, y'all. We got Road to Requiem, and then we got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remaster. So, with that said, this is 10 minutes. Perfect. All right. That'll be the end of the show after that. Which we were starting to watch, I think, last week, and then, like, didn't. Because we got so distracted. So, like, when I say I'm behind, I am behind.
Welcome. And
Lady D.
for joining. I'm your host, Maggie Roberts.
AKA Alyssa.
Today, we're giving you a briefing on all things Resident Evil.
Distracted? No, you got part. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It was a celebration.
So you can be prepared.
It was a celebration for sure. Boom, bang, pow. Welcome on in, and thank you for the congratulations out here. We had other priorities, and I honestly, true, because the way I had a whole show set up and ready to go, thinking that, oh yeah, we'll still be able to. We'll have our celebration. We'll chat it up for like an hour, and then an hour became 5 hours, and then I bought a ticket to Atlanta and left. Oh my god.
On the series' latest installment.
Oh man, you like snuck this in overnight. I literally did. I literally did.
27th, 2026. I'm also thrilled to
Oh
announce
my
that
god.
pre-orders for Resident Evil Requiem begin today.
Ain't no
Are
shot.
You ready for the horrors
Ain't no
ahead?
shot.
To prepare you for Resident Evil Requiem, we've created a special recap.
And thank you for that follow. Welcome to the AfterWork crew. Wiki followers anonymous, you're more than welcome to yap away.
And the chilling details that may be important to remember as you continue to venture.
I love that they brought her back. She was so iconic in the eighth game. Now I won't miss anything else ever again.
Leading up to the 1998
Not the cat
Raccoon
emo.
City incident. Many years prior, a group of researchers discovered the progenitor virus in Africa. Among these researchers was Oswell E. Spencer, a man of immense wealth and
You know
influence.
what? Now I remember exactly where we left off. We stopped right here before everything got crazy. So I remember specifically, I started to explain how, yeah, we're going to get these other remakes eventually within time. And I think at this rate, remake RE0 and Code Veronica are like the current ones as it stands is probably gonna like it's probably going to have some lore change ups just to accommodate for the rest of the remake series and how they better tied in the lore together, because the two characters that are in the silhouettes are James Marcus and Edward Ashford, and the guy that they do show is Oswald Spencer. The image of him that they're showing is from RE5 because they had him in that game and in the in one of the two DLCs that was there. But these are like three of the original founders of the Umbrella Corporation, minus a few people that had been mentioned over the years, like other people in the background and stuff like that. One of them holds ties to Umbrella, which she mentions the connections. I don't know if she mentioned it beforehand before we got here, or if she's gonna mention it now in this breakdown. But the connections is kind of like the new faction of like bioterrorism that has kind of played a bigger role in 7 and 8 and probably going to continue in 9. There's one person in particular that worked under Oswald and James Marcus that runs that like black market regime over there. So James Marcus is like the main bad guy that you encounter throughout RE0. And Edward Ashford is the father of the Ashford twins, and whatchamacallit, and that's like the whole T Veronica virus that gets studied and stuff like that. So these are like the three people that run different that pretty much like ran Umbrella to an extent. James Marcus worked on the progenitor virus and the progenitor flower that gets introduced in RE5, but you see him working on that in throughout RE0 and like his backstory there. Spencer is like the founding father, right? He worked with Mother Miranda, and that's how he got the inspiration to run his own circuit of things and do things his own way, and took the Umbrella logo from what he saw in the village before he left, and Edward Ashford is runs like the Europe division and stuff like that, and Rockford Island and all that madness over there. Is the very super abbreviated version, because I feel like at this rate, this is our hint for the remake for 0, the remake for 1, and eventually the remake for Code Veronica. And they're probably going to be mentioned and referenced in 9 to some extent, albeit probably very abbreviated, so that way they can kind of set the seeds for when we eventually get those games. Were you flying after stream were you flying after stream tonight is nuts, Glint. What is going on, bro? I was geeking out earlier. I was like, I met Glint. Glint, how the heck are you doing? I hope you made it back home safe, dog. Oh my gosh, it is nuts, bro. Is it nuts? Yes. It was a one-time thing. It was so I went off the hype, man. I went off the hype. I was like, you know what, hold on, we got to make this happen. Dude, that is so freaking awesome, man. You don't understand. I geeked the fuck out. It was what? It was you, it was Cold, it was Danny. There was a bunch of people there. I was like, wait, I know all of y'all. What the fuck? I didn't know who all was gonna be there. I was just like, oh shit. Oh my god, bro. The Resident Evil series was $5. They were doing a sale. I don't know if it's still going on right now, but they were doing a bunch. Capcom was doing a bunch of sales in general, but there were a bunch of Resident Evil games on sale too. Neon, what's going on, dog? Hell yeah. No, I appreciate you, dog. 2026, 2025 is our beat now. We're doing the damn thing. I'm too hungry to make this more mushy, but I tried my best, Neon. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. Do the damn thing. Y'all go show Neon some damn love as well out here. Oh my god. Hoo-yeah. Bro, I was also complaining, y'all gotta stop growing. Stop being so goddamn tall. I'm an average height individual. I'm 5'7". Why isn't that every single motherfucker in that place was like 6'5" and above? I need a ladder to hug some of y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't appreciate that. No, the craziest one was at TwitchCon. I met Devin from Starlight Foundation, Children's Foundation. She goes by Hot Dish on Twitch. And freaking yo, the craziest thing, when we were all saying bye, she crept down and hugged me. I said, damn, that's crazy. I said, damn. That one. I said, damn, why is everybody so goddamn tall? That was crazy. That was insane. I was like, all right, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. Bro, oh my god. Hell yeah, Neon, we out here, dog. All right, let's get back into this. Let's listen to what homegirl has to say out here. This is Lady D speaking, you know?
Together, they founded the Umbrella Corporation, which on the surface seemed like an ordinary pharmaceutical company. But Umbrella's true purpose, driven by Spencer's ambition to
she's the voice for Lady D.
Was to advance virus.
She also plays Alyssa Ashcroft in the new game.
One of Spencer's collaborators, James Marcus, would successfully develop the T virus.
So they're going over precursor to RE0.
The virus leaked.
And this was interesting. They completely skipped over all of the events of 0 and 1 and went straight to 2 and 3.
From a research facility.
So they did that with intention. That was intentional.
Midwest. The virus spread throughout the city, triggering an unprecedented pandemic and mutating its residents into flesh-eating zombies. Only the bravest.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy she's back.
And the monstrous bioweapons born from the T virus. Rookie cop Leon S. Kennedy. College student Claire Redfield. STARS agent Jill Valentine.
RE3.
And a handful of others were able to prevail and eventually flee the city.
And that can also just mean
the US government launched a
outbreak characters too on top of that.
Destroying Raccoon City.
Yeah, see, you even see the entire city blow up. Come on now. Well, not blow up,
The
but
Umbrella Corporation eventually went bankrupt due to the mounting evidence brought to light. However, its legacy lives on. And as for the survivors,
no, the city god, bro. They said just kidding.
Like
We got a
Raccoon
giant
City
crater.
Journalist Alyssa Ashcroft sought to expose Umbrella's darkest secrets. Some hunted the
That's the
bioterrorists
RE5
to
DLC I was
weaponize Umbrella's
referencing
research.
before.
Others set out to unveil the real truth
RE6.
behind the government's sterilization operation. The aftershocks of the Raccoon City incident would be felt for decades to come, and coincide
RPD.
with other increasingly frequent bioweapon-related outbreaks. Caught up in
And
one
now
such
we
bioweapon-related
are arriving at
tragedy
RE7.
was an ordinary man by the name of Ethan Winters.
We got ad break
Ethan
coming
was
up in
searching for
1
his
minute, y'all.
missing wife, Mia. Following an anonymous email, he finds himself in the bowels
Homegirl brought out the school projector out here to tell this story.
of the bayou at the Baker estate.
Like, it's not 19,
Where he's
2020, I mean,
greeted
19,
by a
20,
deranged
25, Jesus
family
Christ, show.
infected by a
Like, it's not
horrifying
2025.
ailment.
How many people know what a projector
Ethan
is?
fought to escape their madness and rescue his wife. 3 years later, Ethan would face a new nightmare. This
Yo, it's a
time,
shutdown. All they
his
can forward
baby
is a
daughter,
projector is
Rose,
crazy.
taken away by Chris Redfield. The legendary hero who survived
Liv,
countless
what's
bioterror
going on?
incidents.
Ah, I met Liv
Ethan's
also.
quest to
Freaking
rescue
yo.
his daughter
Everybody
led
was
him
out
to a
there.
mysterious, treacherous village ruled by Mother
Oh,
Miranda
man.
and the Four Lords.
Bro,
Like the Baker family, the village
it's crazy, RE8, how I completely forgot that there, like, I block out mannequins and puppets and all that stuff for some reason.
Ethan was such a goober. I hate him. I'm glad Mia cheated on him.
With who? We got a scandal. We got to go to Maury. Hold on. We got to bring him out retirement. Hold up. What? Heatley, thank you for the hundo bitterinos. Y'all go show that menace some love. Also, Liv, I hope you're doing well. I hope you got back home safe. Freaking, oh my god. Oh wait, I'm trying to do the
residents were
wait, unpause. I was trying to do shout out for Heatley over here. Never mind. My commands are all over the place. Oh man. Heatley. There we go. Oh, and I need 49 seconds. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, so you were all set, Liv. Oh, perfect. Hey, let's go. I don't know who's coming in from where, because I knew some people flew, and I know some people are like Atlanta adjacent and stuff like that. So I just, I just be caring about all the homies. I exclusively get in relationships to cheat. Now, Bumpy. Now what are we doing? Bumpy is crazy. All right, here we go. Let's keep it going. We got the RE8
and
recap.
those four powerful lords. Well,
That puppet
one
is
of them
creepy
was
as hell, dude.
more powerful
Completely forgot about that
seven
puppet.
than the others.
Yeah.
What a goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my apologies. Now, where was
She
I?
ain't wrong.
Mother Miranda, who shares a deep connection with Umbrella founder Oswell E. Spencer, played a key role behind the village incident. Separately, it was revealed that an insidious force known simply as the Connections was operating from the shadows and also played a key role in the incident. To this day, little is known about the Connections. Ethan Winters' terrifying
Bang.
two-part tale was as chilling as it was exhilarating. An immersive horror experience witnessed from Resident Evil's first ever first-person perspective. Both titles will be available in the content-rich Gold Edition for Nintendo Switch 2 on February 27th, 2026.
Both full deluxe
They'll
editions
feature
right there.
post-story scenarios and extra game modes.
All the same day, too,
Resident
is
Evil
crazy.
Village will also include a
They really said, hey.
gameplay option.
You're gonna buy all of this.
And if February 27th sounds familiar, it's because it is. These two terrifying titles are releasing the same day as Resident Evil Requiem. The series' newest, most chilling installment, where you'll play FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft as she confronts her haunted past and uncovers the truth behind the Raccoon City incident. Prepare yourself for a new
and look at those perfectly built cities after all that does.
That pushes the series forward, using gameplay that has evolved in terrifying new ways. Resident Evil Requiem will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, Nintendo Switch 2,
bro, on
and
everything
for the
basically.
First time in series history, the Epic Game Store. You'll be able to choose between 2 editions, Standard and Deluxe. The Deluxe edition includes the same base game as the
Just realized there's a screen filter called Apocalypse. I don't know why that's so interesting. Okay. I wonder if that's going to lay into the theme of like the game as well, on top of Requiem literally being the theme there. But that Lady D outfit, and there's up to 5 costumes that they're gonna have on the game. They showed off the Apocalypse outfit. I didn't realize that filter and that gun, also that skin for the gun, was also its own thing there. There's also the letters from 1998, which I wonder if that's gonna cover anything prior to the Raccoon City outbreak, or if they're gonna actually, because that's probably, I wonder if that's the same files that Homegirl hides behind there, although that wouldn't make complete sense considering that's baked into the story. And like Grace, that it seems like you're gonna grab those files in the game, so I don't know what the difference between what that is and like what all in these letters to 1998 is gonna actually filled out. I'm excited for RE9 beat RE8, bro. I'm ready. I am so ready for this damn game to come out already.
Standard edition, plus an exclusive pack of costumes and weapon skins.
Bro.
And for pre-orders, players will also get the exclusive Grace's Costume Apocalypse. Let us now turn our attention to the exquisite offerings that accompany Resident Evil Requiem. Our special edition Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is coming soon.
I like that it's the newspaper print.
Resident Evil Requiem design and styled in gunmetal.
The placement is interesting. I don't know why you need to have that big ass Nintendo Switch 2 logo there, but
newspaper articles from the game, capturing its dark and immersive atmosphere. Launching the same day as the game itself, you can bring home both on February 27th, 2026. Believe it or not, we have even more incredible news. We're excited to announce.
Gotta make sure you know it's a Switch, right?
Grace Ashcroft will become Resident Evil's first ever amiibo.
Yeah, I wonder which amiibo they end up choosing, and it's so
Stay tuned for more details.
Interesting.
Soon, you'll be able to flaunt your Resident Evil fandom
how they
in
don't have a
Fortnite.
specific collector's
When you
edition.
purchase Resident
They
Evil
do, but they
Requiem
don't, and I'll
through
explain
the
that
Epic
after
Game
this.
Store, you'll receive special Fortnite items, such as the Grace outfit, after the game launches. More details to come. But for those of you that simply cannot wait to jump back into the world of Resident Evil, you're in luck. We've severed the price on multiple Resident Evil
Yeah, there was a sale
titles
last week
to
for all
make
these
your
things. I don't know if it's still
Halloween
going or not,
more
but
heart-pounding, hair-raising, and bone-chilling than ever.
Bop.
As you may know, Resident Evil is celebrating 30 years of terror, with many more nightmares soon to come.
Damn, what controller am I using? Yeah, I didn't know it was a Switch 2 controller. Like,
While our time today has come to an end, we hope to see you again very soon during the Resident Evil Showcase early next year.
bro.
Where we'll descend even deeper.
January
into
and
all
February are
things
about to be
Resident
crazy.
Evil Requiem. Thank you all for joining.
Son. Elended 11-2. I got RE 1 through 6. Oh, you're set.
Years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Grace. They're coming.
Grace.
And the promotion heavy on Nintendo Switch 2 is kind of crazy. Like, they're really pushing the Nintendo Switch 2, which I am shocked.
Come in.
That's new.
What is
The
happening?
voice in the door. Oh, he's taking a poop. Different camera angle of head
There's
bashing.
no escaping your destiny.
Hey! Help! What did you hide behind that painting?
We have
New
so
zombie
much
shot.
to do.
Who are you? Why me?
And the only thing that I will say
That painting.
people have been onto that have noticed, which is interesting right here, hold on, is that this guy happens to have the same, potentially the same location of like a hole where in the RE5 DLC for Lost Nightmares, where you're Chris and Jill, the mission before Jill gets quote unquote killed. There's a scene beforehand where Wesker kills Oswald Spencer and then chucks him off a cliff, and he's in his wheelchair and everything like that, and he gets basically hand poked right through his chest, and I thought it was his heart, but I guess, you know, if we can retcon where a bomb lands in a city, I guess we can retcon where he gets poked through a chest if we entertain the thought that this is actually Oswell. I still think that this might be a just one of the main big baddies, or this could be Brandon Bailey who's running the connections. I, I think we leave. I think we leave Oswell Spencer to the grave and like have him actually killed off. Killed off. I can totally see it as being Brandon Bailey or like one of the like heads of the connections that we get introduced into. So he's got like the old the like the Frankenstein-y voice thing going on. I don't know what to call it. So like I feel like they're harkening back to like old school horror as well in terms of like movies and stuff like that. Not plot twist, it's Leon. Bro, that chiseled ass jawline.
Why me?
Oh man. And there we have it. Resident Evil Requiem. We won't hear anything else until next year for sure. But I think with that said, so I was mentioning the Resident Evil Collector's Edition. There is one in Japan, and the only difference is it's literally the deluxe edition, but with like a different cover and on the still case and an acrylic stand of Grace Ashcroft. But if we get that, cool. Otherwise, I think it is interesting that like they're doing all this other additional promotion, and I think, you know, with the implementation of the amiibo, I think a lot of people are going to buy that one for sure. Resident Evil heads are going to eat that up, i.e. me. But I think the only reason we didn't get, or two reasons we don't get like the normal collector's edition that we've seen with the past games where we get like a statue, is because one, it's a brand new character, Grace Ashcroft, right? I think Capcom's being really hesitant on like, hey, we're going to make this statue of a brand new character who's like only affiliation is of another character being her mom and was in a spin-off game, right? So I think that is one of their hesitations. And two, I think the other thing that plays even a bigger part of it is the fact that like because of like all these crazy tariffs that have been hitting left and right, I think it would just cost way too much for them to actually have all this stuff sent overseas. And those collector's editions were getting up there already. Like I think we were hitting over 200 on the last collector's edition, which was for Village. I think you end up teetering 250, 300. How many are you really going to get out of that, you know, at that point? So I think there were too many factors for them to even consider it. So the fact that like the the Switch to the generation pack was $89.99. That's less than the Switch Pro controller that they're selling for also. And that's 3 games onto your granted game key cards. It's crazy that even like they even got it that like at that price. I would have thought that was going to be 100 and like 25 or something like that, right? So I was just like, Whoa, that's crazy that it's even like that cost. And I think it sold pretty well so far. As far like I think on Amazon it's like was sold out at one point. I don't know if it's still available there, but I definitely seen it still available over the weekend. So I have not checked back on anything. But if it has sold out on the Switch too, that is going to show that like, hey, people are willing there. It goes back to what I said months ago. Everyone has a price, and eventually there will be certain games that get caved into key cards, that will be sold as game key cards and sell well. It's just a matter of which games and what they're putting into it. So I see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth doing well on that front, and I definitely see Resident Evil doing well on that front. So I think that that is huge. Before we catch up with everybody, we're just going to do our outro over here for YouTube. But that's going to end that one show. Again, we do these live on Twitch. I stream every other day for the most part. And thank you again for everybody to getting us to partner status here on Twitch. We've done the damn thing. If you enjoy what you saw here, give it a like, share with your friends. Let them know what we do here. Hype up the video. And I will see you all next time. So with that said, take care. Love y'all. And remember, fight for your dreams. And your dreams will fight for you.